So this is one crazy game weekend for the Jamaica Premier League. Crazy. Now, this game week essentially is going to set up the season for a cracker. Now, in this game week, you're going to know who is going to get relegated, who is possibly going to make top 6, and if, just if, we might see the top 3 take a little shift. So big up on yourself. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Smash like button, hit the subscribe button. Now, I do apologize for this late video. I really apologize for this late video. But I'm done with everything already. Anyways, alright, so here me I go by. Now start off with the first game. Chapelton Maroon versus Tivoli. Now, remember, Tivoli very much fighting for top 6. Chapelton Maroon relegation scrap. Now, Tivoli cannot afford to drop points here because both Tivoli and Waterhouse going for the top 6, and Waterhouse just defeated Portmore United. Now the thing here is Chapelton Maroon are desperate for a point. They are most desperate for a point. Now I do think that we might see Reynolds setting up his team very hard to beat, but also looking to get at least minimum a point from that game. Will Tivoli get something from this game? I really don't know. Now, the thing is, if Chapelton Maroon lose this game, we put them on dark spot, as in a must-win position versus Vere Phoenix at the last game there. If they get something positive here, they probably can get a draw versus Vere Phoenix. Or maybe they can get a draw here and a win versus Vere Phoenix, which would have seen them completed, or should I say, solidify themselves in the league, or stay in the league for this season. But we don't know where that go. At the end of the day, this in itself is quite an interesting one. We know Chapelton Maroons, they're on 33 points. They're in 12th position, 13th position, which is Umberland, also on 33 points. Goal difference is 25, minus 25 for Chapelton. Umberland is minus 26. Harbour also on 33, Harbour in a sticky position. So, for this game, I think Tivoli, if Tivoli get 3 points here, barring Waterhouse don't get none from Arnett, Tivoli will find themselves in the top 6. Essentially, that's what they want. Alright, so move on from that. Well, no. Prediction for that. I'm going to say Tivoli 1-0. A gutsy performance. A real gutsy performance. I have to say, I think they can get the job done. So I'm going to say Tivoli 1-0. Next on the agenda is Dumbo versus Portmore United. People, some crazy game. Dumbo 34 points. Portmore United, technically, there's not much in it for Portmore, I have to say. They could probably try go. The maximum points that Portmore can get out of this season is actually 70. That's the maximum. And after 70, I have to get a plus 9 goal difference to even pass Arnett Garden. So the most Portmore can finish so far this season would be, no, we can't go see that, no. It's actually, yeah, it's actually 69. The most points we can go is 69. My apologies. So we can't get 3rd place. 4th place or 5th place is the maximum we can go. So technically, Portmore not really happy for not much. Now, with that said, remember it's also still a derby game. Portmore versus Dumbo. It is a derby game. The big point here is what will happen in this game. Dumbo 34 points, just 1 point clear. Just 1 point clear from the scrap, but they're still in the issue. They're still in the problem because at the end of the day, the other teams who are below them are just on 33 points, they're on 34 points. So Dumbo need to get a win here. I'm going to say they give me a probably draw 1-1. I'm not sure the 1 point they're enough for Dumbo, but I'm going to say a 1-1 draw because really and truly Portmore not play for much. They don't have much playing for. So I don't know if they are psychological they would want to go hard, but because they're not playing for nothing much, I just don't think you're going to get 100% from them, even though they might want to go hard. That's just hard. That's really hard to happen. A long season, an opportunity, and really play for much. Technically, you find out that these are the time when players lock up. But even though they want to keep sharp for the playoffs, because the playoffs is just right around the corner. So interesting to see how this one go. Let's see how that one materializes. So I'm going to say Dumbo 1, Portmore United 1. Next match on the agenda, we have Harbour versus Vere Phoenix. Now, this is a huge opportunity for Harbour to come out of the relegation scrap. 33 points there on Vere Phoenix. Well, Vere Phoenix already out. They're not playing for nothing. They're on 33 points. This game is going to be played at Harbour. And the big point about this is totally an opportunity, as mentioned, for Harbour to separate themselves from the scrap. 3 points here, they'll carry them to 36 points, which will carry them all the way into 9th position, which that in itself are going to make them slightly more comfortable. So 36 points are going to make them more comfortable. Will they get those points though? I do think that Harbour, sorry about that, Harbour will get these 3 points. I'm going to say Harbour 2 and Vere Phoenix 1. That should be a close encounter. Next up, Montego Bay versus Cavalier. Now, this game technically is all about probably top 3. It's kind of difficult because Cavalier on 69 points, Montego Bay on 72 points. Now, Cavalier winning this game, it'll carry them level on points with Montego Bay on 72. And that in itself is an interesting one, because let me just check for verification here, because I think good Cavalier they're on 37 points. Sorry, Cavalier on 69 points. My apologies. 66 points. Cavalier on 66 points. And Montego Bay on 72. You know, the maximum amount of points Cavalier can get is actually 72. Yeah, with the last 2 games that they have left to play. 6 points. Yeah, that's the maximum they can get. And the most that could happen is probably past Arnett Garden. Arnett Garden probably have a difficult game coming up versus Waterhouse. If Cavalier should get the 3 points here, it draw them 1 point shy of Arnett Garden. Cavalier can overtake Arnett Garden, you know. They can, but will they? Montego Bay, they want to secure that top 2 position, and the Cavalier game would become a difficult game for them. I do think though, down at Montego Bay, they're going to play extremely hard. I think this game is going to be a draw. I'm going to say probably another 1-1 draw. No, 0-0. I'm going to say a 0-0 game. Probably a feisty encounter, but I'm going to say a 0-0 game. Next match we have on the agenda is Mount Pleasant versus Malines. Now here we're going now. Mount Pleasant now play for nothing at all. Nothing at all. And from what we've seen in recent time, Mount Pleasant kind of rotate heavily to ensure that they get some rest. Ensure that the players then get some rest. So might see a heavy rotation here again from Mount Pleasant. Malines, who's in 9th position on 35 points, just 2 points clear of the scrap that is going on. If Malines can at least get a point here, they would actually be in a comfortable position. I do believe that Malines, knowing that they are playing a lot more for something here rather than Mount Pleasant, I can say maybe we can see a draw here. Maybe another 1-1 draw. We're going to see quite a few draws because the games are going to be so intense. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Malines can't take a chance with this one, so I might say a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. You can't take no check. Next on the agenda is Racing versus Umberland. Racing, brilliant season from Racing. Them already concrete them position in the Premier League. I don't see them going extremely hard for this one. I just can't see. It doesn't even make any sense. Now Umberland, on the other hand, don't want to be relegated, and they are on 33 points. And they are one of the teams who are fighting the relegation scrap. I do think that the fact that both teams are on the opposite side, Racing and Umberland, I think Umberland will get the job done here. I'm banking on Umberland. I'm going to say Umberland 2, Racing 1. I think this is an Umberland game, and this might put Umberland on 36 points and a little bit safe from the drop. Now, Waterhouse versus Arnett Garden is going to be a very interesting matchup. This in itself is going to be interesting. Arnett Garden want to secure the top 2 position. The problem is Waterhouse are fighting for top 6. And they're desperate, they're very, very desperate to solidify themselves in top 6, because a positive result for Tivoli Garden would equate and a negative result for Waterhouse would equate a little bit more in favor of Tivoli Garden solidifying themselves in the top 6. So I do think this is a perfect opportunity. Well, not perfect still, but even if Waterhouse can get even a point here and bank on, let me see something, bank on the final game round. Let me see. Bank on the final game round who Waterhouse are playing Dumbo Holding. That's gonna be they can't bank on that. They have to win this game. They have to win this game. Racing. Oh yeah, they have to win this game. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna say, based off of nature, two teams are go feet. I'm gonna say Arnett Garden to win this game 1-0. 1-0 for Arnett Garden. But one thing for sure, this game week is going to be extremely intense. And this game week are going to be a decider for possible who you might see drop out, who you might see go down into the relegation scrap, and who might solidify themselves in the top 2. But this game week is quite interesting. Then now we have one game week left to go, which is next week Sunday, and where we might see everything deciding on that day. Quite interesting, people. Anyways, looking to see how this one materialize, people. Definitely looking to see how this one continue. But big up on yourself. Tell me what you think. Drop your predictions in the comment section, people. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this one, or who you think, or which team you think might get the positive result that they need. Big up on yourself, people. Smash that button, hit subscribe button. MG Sports TV, we're out. God bless. Boom. You know what I mean? Outside.